Hello loves, April Mac here, coming to you live on a Monday for those of you watching live, and for those watching on replay, just give me a hashtag replay if you're here to hang out, and feel free to comment. You know the drill. So tonight I wanted to come on here and talk to you and give you a bit of a behind the scenes snapshot of how it has come to be that I am teaching a program which I am so fucking excited about. I can't believe it. And I wanted to share, it's a manifesting program, and I wanted to share how I have manifested, because that's what's happened, how I've manifested the ability to do this, and how, because what it is, hang on. It's coming out of the content for the program is coming from this book. This book has changed my life. I know it's back to front for you, but it says Creating Money, Attracting Abundance. It's by Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Packer. And I freaking love this book. As you can see, it's all dog-eared and I've used it a lot. And I was so excited about this book that I thought I've got to tell lots of people about it. So I've been telling all my clients about it. Anyone who'll fucking listen, I tell about this book. And, you know, about a few weeks ago, I just kept thinking, you know, I really want to get the teachings of this book out to more people. And I thought to myself, I just want to get it out there. And so tonight's live, I just want to share with you the process. Now that I've got to a certain point in this process, looking back on it now, I can see all the things that had to happen, that had to line up for me to now be offering this program. And it's really, it's not actually that simple. And if I'd tried to conceive it happening, I wouldn't have been able to imagine it. I would have thought it would be too hard and it wouldn't happen. So because the dots have all lined up, I want to take you on that process. And the reason I want to do that, the reason I'm passionate about doing that for you tonight, is because I want it to open your mind to what's possible for you. To know that if you have an idea to do something, then it can happen. It will happen. You just have to have the right, sorry, something was distracting me over there. You just have to have the right mindset for it to happen, really, more than anything. And that's really kind of what manifesting is about. It's about mindset, and it's about having the right energy and being an energetic match for what you want to receive. So if you're here live with me, I'd love you to comment and chat with me as we go. If you feel inclined, you might not be somewhere where you can do that, so that's fine. And if you're watching on replay, please feel free to leave comments, because I always love to come back to them. So I can't see any comments for now, so I'm just going to keep talking and share with you this process. So, as I mentioned, love this book, and I just kept thinking, I really want to teach that book. So I got to a point where I feel like I'd practiced a lot of the techniques in the book enough to the point where I felt like I wanted to share the teachings, not just tell people read the book. And I was thinking, oh, I wonder how I could teach this book. Like, would it be possible? Would the authors let me teach this book? And I thought, yeah, that's unlikely. You know, it's been written in 26 different languages. It's a popular book. It's sold 500,000 copies or more. You know, how is it that they're going to let me teach this book? But my old self would have stopped at that point thinking, yeah, well, I don't know how to do this. It's just all a bit too hard. But what happened was, because I've been practicing this technique, so I just put it out there. I thought, well, I want to teach this book, so I'm just going to put it out there. I want to teach a book, and so that's what I'm going to manifest. So I started thinking about, you know, and imagining myself teaching the book. Hi to people joining. And next thing, I'm really good at listening to my own guidance, and I encourage you to do the same. When you get ideas, don't just fob them off and think, oh, well, that's a dumb idea. Any idea you get is generally the divine or your soul talking to you, no matter how silly it seems. So don't fob them off. So I got this idea. I thought, well, you know, just have a look around the website, because they mention a website at the back of this, you know. So I thought, okay, I'll just have a little look around there. So I was on catching a bus, actually. I was on public transport catching a bus, and I thought I'll have a look around the website while I'm sitting here. Anyway, I'm looking around, and the website, I'm not kidding you, is a labyrinth, right? It's a little bit archaic. I absolutely adore these people, so I don't want to bag them out. But the website's pretty old, and it's one of those websites where there's lots of links down the left and lots of links across the top, and you go to a link and then there's about 200 links on any page that will take you further into the labyrinth. And but those links that you go to aren't at the top or the side, so you kind of get lost, completely and utterly lost. You know what I mean? These are the way that websites used to be designed, and my background is in IT, so I kind of was like, oh God, here we go. So I was going on this link trail, but of course, because the divine wanted me to do this, I found myself on this random page that I would never have been able to find, I think, if I'd been looking for it specifically. And it just said, if you have read the book Creating Money and you feel like you want to teach it, then you have our permission. What the fuck, right? They were actually run other programs. If you want to teach things and teach some of the skills, you've got to do certifications and some kind of training before you can teach anything. But for this particular book, it said on this page, we know that some of you will find the teachings so valuable you'll want to share them. And if you're in a position to be able to run a group and you want to share it with a group, then you can do so with our blessing, basically. And here's some general guidelines, but nothing to say you couldn't do it. When I read that, when I arrived on that page, I started crying. I cried because it was like my soul had led me there, and I knew that that was all on purpose, and I knew it was the way it was meant to be. So it's just like, oh my God, I can actually teach this. I can create a program. And there were very few constraints. It was basically, you've got our blessing to do it however you like. But please, you know, keep it in line with the teachings. Don't bring other things in. And it said, if you send us the dates of when you're doing it, we will add energy, because this book has been, you know, downloaded. It's a spiritual book, ultimately, and it was downloaded by the author's guides, or downloaded by the authors from their spiritual guides. So it says, you know, send us the dates and we'll send you, you know, extra light and love and all the things. I'm just like, oh my God, could it be any easier or any better? So immediately I set about creating my sales banner and all the things, that I was still thinking, okay, well, how much is it going to be? How much am I going to charge? What am I going to do? Blah, blah, blah. And I was kind of coming up with a few blocks around that, to be honest, and wasn't sure where to go next. So I sat on it for a day or two. I kind of just knew that it wasn't ready to go out. And then a day or two later, I'm brushing my teeth and the idea popped in. It's like, well, April, it's a manifesting course. So why don't you make it available to anyone and everyone, because you want to get the message out there, and let them manifest the money to pay for it while they're on the program. And it was just like this bing. But immediately my reaction was to shut that down and go, oh, that's silly. That's crazy. You know, that's not going to work. And what if I don't make money, and blah, 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 all these things, right? And, you know, who'll believe it? No one will believe it, blah, 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 blah. So, but I just also then went back to all of the things I've been learning. It's like, these messages don't come for no reason. They are valid and they're very much worth considering. And I was just like, actually, I'm going to do that. And sometimes the crazier the idea, the better, is what I have found to be true. So I thought, didn't waste. So the other piece of advice I always give to everyone is, when you get an idea that feels like a bit of a divine inspiration, don't waste time over analyzing it. Get onto it. Shorten the gap between the time the idea comes in and the time you implement. So I got that message cleaning my teeth that morning. by about 11 or 12 o'clock, I'd written a post about it telling everyone how this was going to work. I did a live on it either that day or the next day, or maybe a day later, but I told everyone I'll be doing a live to give you all the details. I was like onto it. And then that night I created the group. I put a welcome post in, and bang, 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 it all went from there. So like, it was just, the story's not over yet though, by the way. There's a few little hitches which you need to know about, because when you have these ideas, it's not like it will always all be smooth sailing. So there's some hitches that I've had to work through, which is really quite funny. So shorten that gap. Just do the thing, that the idea when you get it, like go as quick as you possibly can. And you know, because if you waste time, A, you'll overanalyze it and you won't do it, and B, someone else will fucking do it, because these ideas aren't just given to one person. If you don't act on it, it'll just be given to someone else, and you'll see someone else come out with the thing that you were going to do, but you were too busy fucking around and overanalyzing it, so you didn't do it, right? So that's my advice there. So away we go. I tell everyone about it. It gains momentum. A lot of you lovely people watching are in already. More of you are probably still going to come in. So anyone watching this on replay or here tonight, if you don't know about it, I'll direct you to the video where I explain how it all works, but you're more than welcome to join us. And it hasn't even started yet. It doesn't start officially till the 27th of March, but the pre-work has begun, and you know, the vibe is already happening, and hopefully some of you are already actually feeling like you're starting to manifest stuff. So back to the story. Okay, so here I am. I'm calling people in. People are jumping in really fast. We've got like, you know, there's about 37 people in there, and that kind of happened within a couple of days. There was like 30 people in there within a matter of days, and I was so fucking excited. So I decided to write to the authors of the book and say, oh my God, thank you so much, you know, for allowing me to run this program. I've already got heaps of people coming into my program, and it's so awesome. And is there any constraints that I just need to be aware of that I didn't know? Because by the way, I'm using the cover of your book on my image, because it had said you could use the cover of the books as images. So I checked everything out. I'd gone through the whole website, that labyrinth of a website, as best as I possibly could, checked it all out, and basically decided I'll just, as a matter of courtesy, and also to see, you know, if there's anything that I've missed. And I wanted them to know the dates so that they would bless the program, of course. So I sent off this email, not expecting to get anything back from them. A few days passed. Still promoting it, people are coming in, and I told them, you know, it's really popular, it's going really well. Anyway, when they wrote back to me, they were like, oh, right. So, you know, just reading between the lines of, you know, this is my interpretation of their reaction. They were a little bit surprised, because actually they had thought that people would just, when they wrote that website, because it's pretty old, when they wrote that page, and they'd probably forgotten about it, they just thought, you know, it'd be a little hippie gathering of a couple of people gathered around in someone's lounge room, reading from the book and just sharing, like a book club kind of thing. They didn't expect someone like me to come along and turn this into a big fucking ass program. So they were like, well, okay, we can see that you have interpreted that page in a particular way, and it's our fault because we didn't make it clear. But you know, that really isn't what we'd intended. However, because you're off and running, we're not going to stop you, because, you know, really they didn't have a leg to stand on if they had wanted to stop me, because it was very open in the website. It just said, go for your life kind of thing. And, you know, didn't say any number of, you know, capping at any particular number. And they did say you could charge for it and all of that. So anyway, so they were just like, okay, well, you're off and running. We'll let you go. Can you make these little tweaks? Because, you know, there was a few things they wanted to suggest. And they made some just beautiful suggestions on some things I might want to consider. But they were so, so nice about it. And I was just like, oh, my God. Then I started freaking out going, oh, my God, have I done the wrong thing here, you know? But I also really trusted that I got that inspiration from the divine. Like it felt so aligned. So I wrote back to them. I said, look, if I have done the wrong thing here, please do point it out to me, because I don't want to be out of alignment with you. But I really did feel it was a divine inspiration, and that, I just want to get your wisdom out to as many people as possible. That's what's behind all this, and I'll keep it really aligned. Anything else I should know about? Do you want me to stop promoting it? Do you want me to cap the numbers? I'm happy to do that if you'd like me to. And then I even offered, I said, I'm happy to drop it all together, because I just felt like that was the right thing to do, because I didn't, I really do want to respect their teachings and their approach. And I thought, oh, maybe I've really, barked up the wrong tree here. Anyway, so because of all that, the next thing that comes back to me is a beautiful email saying, no, absolutely not. We don't want you to stop. We want you to go for it. Don't stop. Don't cap it. Keep going with our blessings. Like they said, the authors had actually got involved in this whole correspondence and had read it and passed on a message through their spokesperson to say, absolutely go ahead with our blessings. They wanted to know the dates, and they wanted to provide some extra information that's going to help the group. Like they've said, why don't you send them to this part of the website specifically, because we think that'll be useful, and consider these things. So they've given me some more things to consider, which I'll be sharing inside the group. And I'm just blown away, because now I'm like, oh my God, like I've got full permission, is how I feel. Like it's just opened up the channel, and here we are. The people that are going to be in this program have got the full blessings of the authors of this incredible fucking Bible, I call it. No, I shouldn't say fucking Bible. Of this Bible, of which has really changed my life. And it's just such an amazing set of teachings. And I know when I read it, and I know you'll be the same if you've already got the book and if you've started reading it, or if you've already read it, I'm sure you will agree with me that as you read it, your soul just goes, yes. Oh, yes. It's kind of like we already know this stuff, but it's just a useful reminder. And also it's got practical things to do. Like it's got techniques. This is not just fluffy, oh, you've got to be an energetic match for what you want. It's no, do this meditation, do it in this way, worksheets, play sheets, and all of these things to actually get you out of your way so that you can bring in what you want. And it's got so much wisdom in it around, many of us, like, I know many of the people that follow me, just like me, I feel we're here to serve people, and we can, we're spiritual beings. We want to do everything for free, and we want to just give everything away like the hippies that we are. And this book has really reaffirmed to me that it's not higher and it's not better to be poor, right? That people who are here to serve, I actually need considerable amounts of money in order to do the work that we're here to do in the world. So manifesting money is not greedy. It's not, it's not bad. And that's been, it's taken me quite a lot of work to shift that view that, being wealthy and being a wealthy woman is in alignment with also being a spiritual woman. So, and this book really confirms that in a way that feels very real, very honest, and really sits well with me. So I'm sure that it'll sit really beautifully with so many of you as well. So let me see. That's not the only hitch. So there you go. I had the idea. So just tracking back, idea and intention to teach this book without knowing how the fuck that was going to be possible. Just really thinking, how does one go about teaching from a book, getting the permission and all the things? It's probably just not even a thing. Most people don't even know. Then finding that random web page that's kind of been lost in history, and even like the owners, I'm sure, just don't even know it's there, because it's not like a direct link from any of the links, then me just jumping on it, going ahead, and then them going, oh shit, but them not stopping me and then actually getting behind me. That to me is just like a most beautiful manifesting story. And if I'd had to work out the how ahead of it all, I would have gone, it's all too fucking hard. So what I'm wanting you to see, really hoping that you get from this little chat, is don't think too hard about the how. Have the intention, have the vision, you know, get the ideas and just forget the how, because the steps will be put in front of you by the divine, by the universe, whatever you want to call it, by God, whatever you want to call it. They will be put in front of you. You just have to listen, though. This is an important bit, is they will be put in front of you, but you have to notice them, okay? And so it's like there's a story, I think I've told it on here at some point. There's a story of, you know, someone who's out at sea, lost out at sea in a boat, and they believe in God, and they're like, well, look, I'm going to wait for God to save me because I believe in God and I trust in God. And, you know, an airplane comes along and pops down a rope and says, you know, we're going to save you. And they're like, no, it's okay. I've got this. I'm waiting for God. Next thing, a big, you know, ocean liner comes, finds the little boat, you know, and says, here, you know, throws out the life buoy. No, I don't need that because I'm waiting for God to save me. And anyway, the person in the boat dies, and then they go to heaven and have a chat with God, and they're like, God, why didn't you save me? And God's like, well, I sent an airplane, I sent a boat, what more do you want? I was sending all the things you needed. So the universe is talking to you all the time, is putting things in front of you, it's planting ideas, it's giving you feelings, it's opening up doorways, but you need to be looking for them and seeing them. Don't have your blinkers on and not notice them, if that makes sense. Hopefully this is all making sense to you, gorgeous people. Okay, I want to tell you about the final hitch, which isn't resolved yet. Because, and you know, it's a little bit sensitive talking about this, but I'm just going to do it anyway because I think it's fine. So the final hitch is around the name of this thing. So I have called my program Creatress, and then I've got a tagline. The authors of the book have asked me to change the tagline, which I'm more than happy to do because I used their title as my tagline. And they said, you can do that. We're okay if you do that, but you need to credit us if you're going to do it. And it will just get too clunky for me to have the tagline and try and fit in the credit. So I'm just going to change the tagline. But someone else has contacted me to say that my name infringes on their trademark. Now, I don't agree that it does. So I'm just currently figuring that out. But what I want to tell you this because things like this might happen for you, and if you're in the mindset that, oh God, it's all too hard now, I've hit a snag and, you know, this is going to get really tricky, what I would say to you is no, don't let any little snags put you off your game. You're here to deliver your thing. And if you have to change your name, you have to change your name. That's fine, which is possibly what I'll be doing. I'm still figuring that out. And if I change the name, it's not going to change the program, right? So I'm still delivering the essence of what I came to deliver. And that's all that matters to me. And I know that the people who are coming in, they'll get the energy of it. It doesn't matter what the name is. So that's just an example how if you hit hitches, it doesn't mean to stop. It's actually possibly the universe just testing how committed you are to seeing it through, and are you going to be able to cope with those things, because nothing in life is smooth sailing all the time. So I just wanted to throw that in there so you know that it's you know, it can be a little bit tricky to navigate some things, but doesn't mean that you ought to stop. So they're the things I wanted to share. I hope that makes lots of sense. So the name may be changing, just so you know. If you do see it change, it doesn't mean the content's changing. It just means it's going to be even better, is what I've made the decision, that the name change means it's actually going to be even more powerful. I'm going to choose an even more powerful name that's going to bring in even more energy. So it's not going to stop us, and it's just I'm choosing to see it as fueling us. So if you want in, I'll give you the details now, but I'll probably send you also to another live where I explain it in more detail. If you do want in and you're not already, you can just let me know. Just say on here, I'm in. It's 6 weeks. It starts on the 27th of March. We go for 6 weeks. There'll be one Facebook Live each week plus a Zoom each week. And there'll be lots of interactions throughout the week as well. We'll be practicing the manifesting together. We'll be doing energizing as a group. We'll be doing meditations, and it will be high vibe for 6 weeks. There's no whinging. There's no, oh, it's not coming for me. We're going to keep our vibe high, because that's what magnetizes. That's what attracts things to us. And so it'll be fun. Like, even if you don't, and you don't have to pay until you manifest the money, and you've got 8 weeks to manifest it. And if you don't manifest it in that time, it's fine. You're free to go, and I will love you as much as I do now, even if you don't manifest the money. I'm really using that because I want you to trust that what I'm going to teach you is going to be really, really valuable. And I want you to have a go at manifesting that money plus so much more. Anything you want, you get to focus on. So I'm not saying it's free. I'll make it really clear that I'm not saying the course is free. I'm saying it costs $333, but you don't have to pay it unless you manifest it in addition to what you're already earning. So say you're earning, 10 grand a month already, and that's like a set standard amount that comes in for you, and the sources that it comes in on. You just have to get an extra $333. And if you don't get that extra to your 10 grand, I'm not going to ask you to pay. I want you to get it extra. It's got to be in addition to what you're already expecting, if that makes sense. And so you intentionally be manifesting that money, plus anything else you want to manifest. And you're going to learn so much, and we're going to hang out together, and we're going to have fun for 6 weeks together. I can't wait. It's kind of already started, but we haven't really officially started. So the lives haven't started, and the Zooms haven't started. They'll start on the 27th and go for 6 weeks. But that's it pretty much. So if you want in, say I'm in your comments here, or just personal message me if you want any more details, and I can send you to another live where I will go into it in a little bit more detail. But roughly, that's it. That's all you really need to know. And once you're in the group, you'll see all the stuff as well that you need to know. So let me just check if there's any comments here that I need to respond to. I need my fucking glasses for that. Have I got them? No. Okay. Hi. I think you're all just saying hi. The crazier idea, the better. Absolutely, Lauren. Hello. Oh, Margalie. Nice to see you. Louise, they got that jelly. They got jelly that you're going to kill it. Oh, they got jelly. I'm jealous. I'm thinking, what's jelly? What's jelly have to do with it, Louise? Now I get it. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. That's probably what they were thinking. Yeah. Oh, famous. I can't read that word. Famous? Oh, yeah. I'm famous now because I know the authors, don't I? Well, don't really know them. I haven't talked to them directly. Are you a fast reader? I'm not actually a fast reader. No, not really. But I've been reading this on and off, and whoever's on still, if you want to choose a number between 1 and 42, do so, and I will I'll tell you what you need to focus on in the next day to bring in more abundance, because they've got this awesome list at the back of the book, and you choose between 1 and 42, and they tell you to do it like this, you know, just tune in any number between 1 and 42, and I'll tell you what your specific, what you need to focus on for the next 24 hours to bring in more abundance. Oh, look, Sarah, my skin's glowing. I just took my makeup off. It's all shiny because I put moisturiser on. I was thinking actually it looks so red and shiny. Oh, well, that's all right. Well, Sarah is the skin specialist and bloody makeup artist. She's amazing. So if you say my skin looks good, I'm taking that. Lovely long time. I know, it's too long, Sue. Hopefully you're coming in. Okay, 29 for Lauren. Lauren, let me see if I can read it without my glasses on here. Lauren, are you in this group? You better fucking be, because I want to get to know you. I only see Lauren's comments on here. I have never actually spoken to you. Right. Lauren, you need to focus on trusting in your ability to create abundance. So that's going to attract more to you if you trust. And the opposite, the thing that will repel abundance from you at the moment is if you start worrying over finances. So hopefully that lands for you. No worrying about finances. Trust in your ability to create abundance. That's number 29. Then Sarah has asked for 41. And Sarah, you've got this book, so you could be cheating, but I'm going to assume that you're not, my love. And yours is focus on what you love and want, rather than focusing only on what you don't want. It's a good one. Like that one. Okay, Sue, yours is number 33. 33. Gosh, my eyesight's so terrible. I really need to have those glasses on hand. You know, I've bought one of those chains. You know you're old when you buy those chains that your glasses hang around your neck, but I never bloody put them on. Okay, 33. Get on focus. Here we go. That's just me talking to myself. Sorry, Sue. Sue, measuring abundance as fulfilling your purpose and happiness is what you need to focus on. Measuring abundance as fulfilling your purpose and happiness. And the repelling quality is measuring abundance only by how much money you have. Does that make sense? Yeah, so abundance is about fulfilling your purpose and happiness, not just about money. Okay, cool. All right, that's a good one too. I look like I just had an orgasm, says Sarah. Oh, I love it. That's hilarious. I wish. No, that'll be later. Soon. I'll tell my man. Lauren, get your ass in the group. Yes, Sarah, you're not in the group, I don't think. Are you? Are you in the group? You bloody better be too. I want to hang out with you as well. Oh, good, Lauren. That's spot on. Yeah, you've got to write the words so that I know to put you in the group. You've got to write "I'm in" these comments, okay? Otherwise, I'm not going to put you in there. I need to know. You know, you can't just write any old random comments. I'll come in. Yes, Sarah. I know you know this stuff, Sarah, but you'll have so much fun with us, and we'll get to Zoom together. So any other one who wants a number? I think that was just it, the three of you. All right. So anyone watching who hasn't given me a number between 1 and 42, if you want, you can give me one now, and I will read out to you the thing that's going to bring in the most abundance for you in the next 24 hours, the quality that you need to focus on. But yeah, so Sarah, get in. Lauren, get in. Surely. Come on. Who doesn't want to manifest more, for God's sake? I'm excited. Like, I partially created this program for my own selfish reasons, because I know that whenever I teach something, I embody it more deeply. So it was like, oh, I want to teach this so I can really, really get it. Sorry, just going to have this water. Who said I'm in? I can see it. Lauren, yes. Okay, awesome. I'll invite you in. You've got to commit to doing the 6 weeks. We're going to have a lot of fun. If nothing else, you will feel a raise in your vibration for that 6-week period. I promise. I promise. Because every time I stop and do the techniques in here, and I meditate and do this thing you do where you energize a coil, and you imagine, I'll explain it all in there. But then you really feel like you've got the thing already. So that's one of the really key aspects of manifesting, is feeling like you have the thing that you want already, not just the wanting of it. You actually want to feel like you've got it. And fuck, that's fun. That is so much fun. Like, I'm manifesting a Mazda at the moment, a new car, because I've got a little old bomb. And oh my God, I am driving that thing. I've had sex in it several times with my man. I am having so much fun manifesting it. Like, even if I never got it, I would have had fun doing it. Do you know what I mean? So like, imagine that new car smell. I've got the kids in the back. We've got the music turned up. We've got the windows down sometimes. I've got a little duster buster to clean it, because I don't want, shit everywhere like is currently in my car. So I've got this whole thing happening with me and this car. I've imagined kissing the goddamn car. Like, you name it, I've done it in that car, right? And it's fun. It's really fun, What is that? Seat warmers. Yes, it's going to have seat warmers. I've had a car with seat warmers, so I know what that all feels like. It's going to be beautiful. Well, it's not going to be. So you need to talk about it like it's already happened. It is beautiful. It's just the most comfy car ever. And the best part, one of the reasons I'm manifesting it is because at the moment I've got quite an old car. So when my kids are in the back and they're trying to talk to me, I can't hear them, because I'm deaf, most of the time anyway. But the car is just too noisy. So part of it is like that, a new car is all sealed and it's just quiet. That's partly why. So it's a comfortable ride. It's quiet. I can hear the kids. Although my partner keeps saying, are you sure you really want that? Are you sure you want to hear the kids? Are you sure? Maybe I'll want to go back to the old noisy car so I don't have to hear them whinging and whining from the back seat. Oh yeah, quiet. It's going to be so quiet. So quiet. So that's it, guys. That's what I came on here to share with you. Hopefully that's been useful. As I say, let me know if you're in. Those of you who haven't already done so, let's just grow the group and tell other people. If you know anyone else who is into manifesting or would like to learn about it, or you think that they would find me a joy to hang out with like you guys do, then tell them about me. Share this. You can share this live or my other live, or share my posts, or tag them, or just, tell them to get in touch with me, because I love new people. And the more we get in this group, it feels like the more energy we're going to create. And I know not everyone's going to do it. I've got a feeling a lot of people come in with the intention to do it, but they just won't do it. But don't be one of those. Be one of the ones that really gets behind it. Because what more could you want? You're going to get what you want. Like, this is the thing to be doing. And it's the best fucking book. And so it's not a prerequisite. I would suggest definitely going and buying the book if you don't have it already. You can get it online. You can't get it in bookshops, bookstores. So you can get it online. There's lots of different places you can get it. I got mine at Dymocks online. For I think it's about $30, and maybe takes, at the moment with the deliveries and stuff, might take a week or two, maybe 2 weeks to get to you. It's not a prerequisite that you have the book for the program, but it certainly would be useful. And you don't have to have read it beforehand, because I'm going to be following the chapters of the book primarily. We won't get through all of it, but the content I deliver, which the way I deliver things will be really fun, I think, and energetically driven. There'll be a whole lot of energy transmission going on, not just information. So you won't have to have read it, is what I'm saying. But ideally have the book. It will be better for you if you do. Plus you can use it like a tarot, so you can kind of just go, okay, what do I need to know? This is what I do most days. I say, what do I need to know? And I open it up, and then I get the thing I need to know the most, which happened to be right now, trusting the flow. And so then I would read about that. Beautiful. All right, loves, let me see. Who's that? Tracy. 37 minutes late, but I'm still here. Yes. Tracy, do you want to pick a number between 1 and 42? And for those of you who are sick of hearing me now, I'm pretty much done. I'm just sitting here rambling now. So feel free to go. Lots of love to you all. But if anyone wants a number between 1 and 42 before we go, I'm more than happy to read out what you should focus on for the next 24 hours. Yeah? Just see if anyone comes up with a number. I saw a love heart. That's not a number. Can't see anything. If you come up with numbers after on replay, I'll try and get back to you with them, but I might not. It depends. Anyway, that's it for now then. Lots of love to you all. And I'll see you on the inside of the group, those who say I'm in. Okay, bye for now.